Hey, shalom, shalom. Shalom to the nation of Israel. First and foremost, before I get into my lesson, I want to start off giving all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Chodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that teach and rule well today. And salutation also to the fellow laborers that's in the ministry, pushing the word of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, in all truth and sincerity, day in and day out. Shalom. I'm the brother Shaquat Gabar from the great Millstone, South Carolina Midlands branch, coming at you with another lesson. And right before I get into my lessons, this message goes out to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which we are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible, and also to the Israelite foreigners that's scattered amongst all heathen nations. And although they may take on the typical look of another nation, but if your bloodline goes back to Negro, Latino, or Native American descent by the seed of your father, you are considered an Israelite as well. So shalom to you brothers and sisters that scatter worldwide, that's in the faith and exalt the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom. So basically, I'm just going to get into a quick lesson touching on this article off of blacklistednews.com. Okay, and this article was published March the 21st of 2022. Okay, and the title reads, Ukraine Crisis Accelerating Rise of Central Bank Digital Currency. Okay, and the reason why I'm going to go into this quick article and touching on this lesson, because here at Great Millstone, we push and what's in the scriptures of the coming of the new currency, which is going to be the MOTB, okay, the micro, okay, and that's why now you got to phrase your words or be careful how you say it, because now you mention it, they're ready to take your video down, okay. But here at Great Millstone, starting with our apostles and elders on down, when it comes to prophecy, hey, we was out there warning of the times to come of Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, that we're in the midst of these things, the MOTB to be implemented, okay? We're at the time of the Third World War, and this whole situation over there in Ukraine and Russia done took a economic blow, okay, to the financial, global financially, the economies of the countries. Now, you had the talks of America banning the oil from Russia, putting sanctions on them, putting sanctions on their allies and their trade partners. Then and on top of that, you got the U.S. aiding Ukraine with $12 billion. Okay, so now you're seeing the center of this whole situation of Ukraine and Russia and worldwide of economy collapse. Okay, and we know these elites, when it comes to the top chief seat of Edom, okay, these central bankers, they want to cause a financial crash, a global reset, okay, to bring forth the prophecy that's of the Lord's will of the MOTB, okay, the micro, okay. And this article is going to go into how the world is preparing for a new digital system, okay, through the central banks, which we know who own the central banks, okay, once again, these elites. So all these countries are getting ready to get rid of the dollar, okay, especially the American dollar, and the new age through technology that they're pushing now is a digital system, which is going to be led by a digital currency, which here at Great Millstone and what we're teaching, that no doubt it is the MOTB, okay? And I'm going to get into Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. But I'm going to read this quick article, and this is a pretty long article. I'm just, read about the first two paragraphs, and brothers and sisters, they can check the article out itself, once again, off of blacklistednews.com, okay, Ukraine crisis accelerating rise of central bank digital currency, okay? And it says, a joint project between the Central Bank of Canada and the Massachusetts Institute of Technology will be researching the possibility of an entirely digital Canada dollar. It was announced yesterday. Okay, so this is what they're moving forward to. Okay, getting rid of the paperback, the green dollars. Okay, and moving forward with a crash and a global reset to come with a digital currency. Okay, a digital system. And it says the digital dollar would be a state issue on cryptocurrency. Okay, or central bank digital currency. And you seeing that term now lately that he pushing on these commercials, on social media, advertisement. Okay, the step of cryptocurrency. Okay, digital currency. Okay, you see Esau moving towards the state of gradualism, the state of conditioning the people to accept cryptocurrency, a digital currency. Okay, new age of technology. Okay, and it says the digital dollar would be state issue cryptocurrency or central bank digital currency. Okay, CBDC. For more detail on CBDCs and how they work, you can read our previous article here. Okay, it's not just Canada. Countries from all around the world appear to be accelerating the research of implementation of CBDCs. As we enter the second quarter of 2022, in our New Year's post off G hypothesis that the introducing of central bank digital currencies will be major news treaded of 2022, and that predictions looks to be coming true before winter, as even turn into spring, because we in the time of Yahweh Shema Shah speeding things up. Okay, now you got the talks of these devils doing away with daylight saving and and not changing the time. Okay, hey, but that's all going into Yahweh Shema Shah speeding things up. That's why you're seeing the digital currency, which is going to be spared by the MOTB, which is prophecy. And at the same time, you're seeing the brewing of the Third World War. Okay, the coming of economy that's about the economy crash of America, global. Okay, the time of uproars of the people, civil unrest. Okay, the time of inflations, hyperinflation, as you can see, prices going up in the marketplaces, in the stores. Okay, energy, gas. This is the time of trouble, the time of great trials and tribulations. Okay, and things are moving. And it says the CBDC plot schemes we already active in the Bahamas and Nigeria before the end of 2021. And Jamaica is rolling out their own later this year after a plot scheme last year. Dozens of others are not far behind, including the US, UK, and the entire Eurozone. And it says Sweden's Corona is currently in the testing phase. Okay, and you already know about Sweden. You know the talks we go into about the country Sweden over there in Europe, how majority of their citizens already have the Corona, the MOTB. Okay, and this article stating that it's soon to be worldwide. Okay, these countries are moving towards a digital currency, dealing with the central bankers. Once again, these elites. And it's prophesied that they're going to roll out the new currency of the MOTB, the micro. Because they want total control, man. Okay, they want everything on a database, okay? And it says, Joe Biden has called research into CBDCs a matter of highest urgency or urgency. Ukraine is right at the forefront of CBDC research and has been prepping for such since 2016. Okay, and no wonder the European countries and America that's backing them up, trying to get Ukraine to side with them to leave off from Russia. Okay, it's all about power. It's all about control. It's all about money. Okay, once again, that's why this whole propaganda, this whole starting of this war between Ukraine and Russia invaded them. Okay, and they already told you that it was going to be a war that's going to lead to a economy catastrophic. Okay, expect more prices to go up. Okay, here in America and worldwide due to the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. And once again, it's all designed, man, okay, by these elites to bring a global reset. That's why you're seeing all throughout different parts of the region of the earth, uproars of the people, and mainly due to their economy, okay? And you're going to soon to see that here in America as we come into the stage of inflation and hyperinflation, prices going up, okay? Once again, they're moving towards that digital currency, which is they're moving toward Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. Okay, this is the power and the prophecies of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay, that we out there giving warning and telling you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you Israelites, of what time that we're coming into, man. Okay, a time like no other. And it says, there were plans to implement one later this year, though it possible, it said through it's possible, the war has changed them. And it says the Russian central bank was developing a digital ruble, or ruby, before the invasion of Ukraine, and it is now being suggested as a way to circumvent Western sanctions. Okay, China was already leading the race to total digitalization of their currency and had used the vulnerable ability to the Western sanctions as an excuse to push ahead even harder. So that's what's going on. You got America putting sanctions on these other countries such as China and Russia, okay, to stop them from doing trades and to stop them from doing, business with America when it comes to the dollar, okay, because as now the American dollar still stands, and the only thing that's keeping this American dollar or this system going is their crude oil or their crude dollar when it comes to their oil, okay? And now these sanctions taking effect on these other countries such as China and Russia to the point that, hey, they don't need American money. They ready to move forward with a new digital system, okay? And all these countries, sooner or later, they're going to be in the same playing field, okay? Especially when it comes to these central bankers pushing forth a digital system, okay? When it comes to these elites. And once again, it's going to be inspired and implemented the way of going into the MOTB, the micro. And it says India, South Africa, Malaysia, the list goes on and on. In short, pretty much the whole world has been at least considering the move to entirely digital money. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. If we're going to get into that. And it says, why should this concern you? Well, because a digital currency would mean every single transaction you make can be monitored and recorded by the state as well as your bank. So what's that sound like, man? Okay, what we always going into, starting with our apostles and elders for years here at Great Millstone, telling you that this current system that we're in when it comes to the financially, okay, the dollar is about to be done away with, and they're coming out the roll. They're coming to roll out a digital system, a digital currency, okay, which John saw in Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, a prophecy of the MOTB. And it says, the implication for the right to privacy are obvious, but privacy is the least of it. Okay, and that's what they want. Okay, they want everybody transaction on the grid. Okay, they want everybody, because not only that, it's going to be used to track the people money. Okay, but also they whereabouts, they the information. Okay, when it comes to their age, their birth. Okay, that's what we're heading to. Okay, a digital system. And it says, much of the research being done on CBDCs concerning making them programmable, meaning either the state issue the money or the company paying it as wages, could put controls on how or where it is spent. And that's what they want. Okay, total control. Okay. Okay, that's why you're seeing this place heading toward a financial crash, man. That's why they constantly printing out endless debt notes when it comes to the money, greenbacks. Okay, because there ain't nothing but leading to more and more debt that's going to crash this American economy. Okay, that's going to lead to other countries crashing financially. Okay, because they're ready to move forward with this NWO, and it's going to be spearheaded by them implementing the MOTB. Okay, the Karatma, the micro. Okay, and all this is biblical prophecy. The things that Esau is doing, this is the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushai on the left-hand side through the spiritual demon Satan. Okay, that now Satan is putting, through the spirit of the Lord, that the Lord through Satan is putting the spirit on them, these Edomites or these elites, to move forward with the NWO. Okay, which is going to end bad for them. But now we're just coming into the time of them crashing this place, introducing this digital system through their central banks, and to have everybody totally bowing down to this this image, this beast image, or the image of the beast, this system. Okay? And like I say, man, our apostles and elders here at Great Millstone and the brothers on down has always give the warning of these things to come, or the time of trouble. Okay, in the time of great distress and anguish. Okay, flexible times, man. Parable times. The times are like no other. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7, the time of Jacob's trouble. Okay? So now you're seeing we're coming to the point of a financial crash, which is going to lead to a lot of uproars, civil unrest. Okay, which also going to lead to a major martial law, concentration camps, all these agendas that elites and this NWO have, and they starting to be spread out, man. Okay, when it comes to the prophecies of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay? So I'm going to start off with Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. So ain't going to be no excuse for you Israelites not to know about the MOTB. Okay, and for you Israelite camps, when it comes to the heads of their camps, these leaders, to teach against the MOTB for what it really is. Okay, because you got camps of other Israelites outside of Great Millstone. Okay, they're teaching, a lot of them are teaching that the MOTB is Christianity, is sin. Okay, trusting in this system, the actions you put towards to the forward this system of America, okay, and the Edomites. Okay, no, but when you go into Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, as I'm going to get into it, it's going into something physical, okay? And for years, man, they've been talking about the MOTB being the micro. Now you could go into different articles, different news clipping, commercials, and they presenting the MOTB in front of you. The micro is what's going to be the next big thing when it comes to the technology and digital currency. Okay, the RFID over here in America and over there in Europe is known as the NFC. Okay, and this information that's coming out, and due to Yahweh Shem Shah setting up the prophets, okay, giving that warning of what these elites' agenda is when it comes to the MOTB and how they want to stamp everybody. Okay, it's so relevant now that they're taking videos down now for misinformation. Okay, but we don't care, man. We're gonna keep pushing. We're gonna keep prophesying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, because eventually they're gonna cut the internet off anyway. And that's gonna be the will of the Lord when that famine of the word come in. Okay, when the famine of the word take place, man, and the Lord remove his prophets. So once again, there ain't gonna be no excuse not to know what times that we in and where we're heading when it comes to this digital system or this digital currency that these central bankers trying to push, man, which once again is the MOTB, the micro. Okay, Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And we are in these times, man. Okay, we're definitely here at the time of the Lord's second coming. We're at the midst of your Lord Yahweh Shai's second coming, man. And it says, Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, and he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, and free and bond. It says he's called all. And I read in that article, okay, that it stated that damn near all these countries in the world is moving towards a digital currency when they're being provided by these central bankers. Okay, these elites. Okay, to say it like that, because that's who own these central bankers in these countries. Okay? And they might take this video down, but I don't give a damn, man. The truth and the word of Yahweh Shem Shah is going to go forth. Okay, and they can't do nothing about it, because this is the time of prophecy. And the Esau Edom is going to go down, man, trying to establish the NWO. And they're going to go down quick. And it says, and he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay, and that's that MOTB, the CHIP. Okay, and you seeing news clippings of different videos of people actually implementing the micro into their hands. Okay, like I say, over here in the West, you got people putting it in their right hand, and over there in the East, over there in Europe, they putting it in their left hand. Okay, and you seeing also when it goes into when it says that or in their foreheads, going into these let me see, these micros, they didn't want to put in people's brains. Okay, a perfect example is Elon Musk. Okay, moving forward with his agenda to put implants into people's brains, man. Okay? And it says, and that no man might buy or sell, that go that digital currency. Okay? That's what it's saying. How they want to get rid of all the paper, the hardback dollar, okay, the physical dollar, and come with a digital currency. Okay? And if you don't have that MOTB, that micro, it says that, and that no man might buy or sell. In that article, it tell you about the transitions, the transactions when it comes to money, digital money. Okay? And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay? And that's the MOTB. And when you look into that word mark, in the Greek, in the blue letter, in Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, the word mark there is karatma, okay? And the definition is to imprint, okay, to carve or into the flesh, a stamp, okay? So it's something physical, man. And it's going to be that micro, okay? That's the stage that we're moving towards to when it comes to Esau Edom pushing a new digital system, okay? Being backed up by the mark of the MOTB, which is the CHIP, okay, the chip, okay? That's what time we heading into, man. So all you Israelite camps that's teaching against Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 for what it really is, okay, saying otherwise it's something different outside of the micro, hey, you're going off. And you're going to mislead a lot of our people to take it, and they're going to be destroyed, okay? Because the Lord gave us the warning to not to take it. And this was going to be the outcome of those that, of our people, you Negroes, Latino, Native Americans that take that MOTB. This is going to be the judgment, okay, during the time of the Third World War. That's why you're seeing the prophecy of the Third World War coming, and also you're seeing the prophecy of the MOTB at the same time, man, okay? Because as our apostles and elders always say, before this Third World War can really kick off to the point of nuclear missiles flying, because this place is destined to be destroyed, America, by missiles, okay? And Russia is going to be a key part of it. And at the same time of the peak of World War III, you're going to have Yahweh Shai, who the world calls Christ, is going to come back by the way of the chariots, what the world calls UFOs, and he's going to come at the rage war against these heathen nations and to bring deliverance to the elect, the 144,000 and the 1/3. Okay? But right before this Third World War, the MOTB have to be implemented. Because those that, of our people that take it, they're going to be destroyed by the missiles. Okay? And the elect, no matter what, they're not going to take the MOTB. Okay? Because the elect is going to be delivered. And I'm going to prove it right here when it says that those that take the MOTB, what that judgment is going to be. Once again, they're going to be destroyed by missiles. Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, this system, okay, the American system, the NWO that they're trying to push through America, through Europe, through worldwide, okay, that's what represents the image of the beast, the system, the NWO that they're forging, that they're trying to establish. And we're coming in that time, man. And it says, and if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, okay, the micro, okay, the karatma, okay, this is a warning to you Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, because these heathens, okay, the straight up heathens, when it comes to the so-called whites, the Japanese, the Chinese, the Arabs, hey, they can take the MOTB, because they're going to be destroyed anyway, man. They ain't going to be saved, because there's no salvation for these heathen nations. Okay, this is going into you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you Israelites, okay, that take this MOTB. This is going to be the judgment. Because salvation is only for the nation of Israel. And we understand that the elect is going to be delivered. Okay, and according to Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8, 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they're going to be destroyed in the coming plagues that's about to take place. Okay, especially in the time of Jacob's trouble and the end of America, which is going to be by the destruction of the missiles. Okay, they're going to be destroyed for taking the MOTB. Okay, the 2/3 that remain at that time. And it says, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And it's going into the destruction of America by the missiles. Okay? Because once again, when Yahweh Shai is going to be in the midst of the Third World War, he's going to deliver the elect. But those of our people that take the MOTB, the missiles are going to be launched simultaneously at the same time. And they're going to completely destroy this place, the whole land of America. Okay, and those of our people that receive this man, micro, okay, his mark. Okay. So that's it on that. That's the judgment. But you seeing the stages of Esau pushing towards his NWO, and prophecy is playing out, okay, of what they're trying to establish, okay? When it comes to them forging the NWO and implementing the MOTB. And like I say, our apostles and elders has always been given a stern warning for years of this time to come, how they're going to push forward with their agenda and spearheaded by the way of the MOTB, man. And it's here, okay? There's nothing else to wait for. The economy is going to shit, okay, worldwide. They always talking about a global reset. They're always coming out with these crises to put people totally into subjection and fear, okay, under their strict legislations, their draconian laws, okay? So everything's adding up towards this place about to be destroyed, man, okay? And it's a key indicator that this place about to be destroyed when they go about to implement this MOTB, okay? And we're at the time of the Third World War and the time of great trials and tribulations, man, okay? Which is going to lead up to Yahushai second coming and the salvation of the elect of the nation of Israel and the downfall of Esau, Edom, and these heathen nations, okay? Because that's their future, okay? With these elites, hey, they're gonna through the will of the Lord, because not of their own will, but through the will of the Lord, and they're gonna try to establish this NWO. But the whole purpose is the Lord gonna allow them to push that MOTB for those of our people that take it to be judged in those missiles, man. Because these elites, they're gonna escape the missiles, okay, and other heathen nations, those that reserve at that time, because they're gonna be the first crops of slaves, man, in the kingdom. Okay, once Yahushua established the kingdom here on the earth in the land of Israel, okay, which is our land. And those phonies over there, they're going to be blown away as well by the hands of Russia, okay, by nuclear missiles. Because we're going to inhabit our land once again through Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and that where the foundation of the kingdom is going to be established, and you heathens is going to go into captivity, man. Start with your elites of Esau, Edom. Okay, you're going to grab you up right out of your bunkers, your underground bunkers, wherever you're going to be hiding at, man. But let me get this, okay, because we're in this time, man. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what shall I answer when I am reproved. Okay, and that's what we're doing out there on our watch. Start with our apostles and elders, the bishops and the brethren on down. Okay, those that's in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, speaking his word, the ministry of the Lord. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. And the visions represent the prophecy. And one of the visions or the prophecy that we're out there telling you, okay, that the MOTB is about to be on the scene, man. Okay, that this prophecy is about to come to pass. The micro, okay? And it says, for the vision is yet for appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. So now the vision or the prophecy of the MOTB, this digital system they're trying to move forward with, is speaking. Okay, it's not lying, okay, and it's speaking, okay, here at the end, at the appointed time. And it says, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So we're in the time of this prophecy is not tarrying anymore, okay, because for years, okay, we always taught, you know, even these Christians, okay, when it comes to the micro, that it got to be the MOTB, okay, you got some out there saying that it's not, the MOTB is not the micro, okay, it's never going to happen in my lifetime, or, you know, etc. But now we're at the point of these things coming to pass. We're actually on the verge of them bringing in this new currency, which is going to be digital, okay? Once again, it's going to be the prophecy of the micro, okay? And once again, the Lord said that it's not going to lie. Okay? And it says, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. And that's going into Esau, Edom. Okay? The so-called white race. Okay? Especially the elites. Okay? Because they're the wicked. Okay? And when they roll out this MOTB, like I say, the heathens, they can take the MOTB because they're not going to be delivered anyway. Okay? But they so puffed up in their pride when it comes to these elites, they ain't even going to want to stamp their own people. Okay? As they call them, useless eaters. Okay? Cattle. Okay? And that's one of the definitions of the Karama of the MOTB. Okay? As an individual pierce or put an oil in the ear, as it says, of their cattle to represent that they own it. Okay? And that's what they want to do. Okay? To majority of the people here on the earth, man. But once again, the elect is not going to take it. Because the elect belongs unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And the ones of our people that take it, this MOTB, they're going to be destroyed. But it says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. Esau, the elites, starting with the whole entire Edomites, all of them, but mainly the elites. And we know that this soul is not upright in them, because look at what they're pushing, especially when it comes against the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushai and against us, the Lord's chosen people, us, the Israelites. Okay, they want to keep us as their perpetual slaves, man. Okay, and they packaging it up nice, and this the new ways of the new age of technology, and now people fall for it, man. Okay, because they don't listen to the prophets, and they're all into the system. They're all into this world. Okay? And it says, but the just shall live by his faith, and that's the elect. Okay? And I pray Yahweh Shem Yahushai part of that number. Okay, as one of the members of the hopeful elect. Okay? We're going to have faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushai to be delivered, man. To get us through these trying times, man. Okay, while majority of our people ain't going to know what's going on, and they're going to fold to take the MOTB. Okay? And at that point, they're going to seal their fate to a nuclear missile shower. Okay? But the Lord says he's going to deliver his elect from that moment, at that time, when they introduced this MOTB. Matter of fact, I'm going to get this. It is Revelation chapter 2 and 10. That's a good one. Okay, because like Revelation 2 and 10 goes into how they're going to throw members of the elect into these concentration camps for not taking the MOTB, even to the point that you're going to have some of the elect that's going to be beheaded for not taking the MOTB and not worshiping this system. But those that be martyrs of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, okay, they're going to be raising up when Yahushua established the kingdom. But this is what I want to get. Okay, Revelation chapter 13, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. And the hour of temptation represent when they introduced the MOTB. Okay? And when the elect is going to keep the patient of Yahweh Shem Yahushai waiting on the Lord for the deliverance. Okay, so the Lord is going to have his elect covered. Okay, those that are destined to be delivered. Because as I say, you're going to have some of the members of the elect that's going to be beheaded, but the Lord's still going to deliver them, okay, from out of this world. Even it might be through death, okay, because as I mentioned, the ones that be martyrs of the elect being beheaded for not taking the MOTB, they're going to be risen up when Yahushua established the kingdom, and they're going to be part of the elect, okay? And the ones that remain, they're not going to be beheaded. The ones that Yahushua have the covering on, when Yahushua returns, he's going to deliver them out of the nuclear missiles, okay? He's going to beam us up in the air, man. Okay, those that remain of the elect, okay? And it says, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world. Once again, man, they're going to cause all, both small and great, to receive that MOTB. Okay? Okay, so this is going into a digital worldwide currency, a digital system. And that's what we read in that article. And it says, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. And that's what we have to do. Okay, members of us are the hopeful elect. Okay, to endure to the end, the whole fast. Okay, patiently and waiting on Yahweh Shem Shai to deliver us, man, through the times of Jacob's trouble. Okay, when all hell break loose. And ultimately to deliver us and put the spirit on us, to decrease our faith. Okay, and that the Lord deliver us from the hour of temptation, the MOTB. Okay, the micro. And for that, the Lord going to give the elect men, which consider the 144,000, a crown. Okay, that represent their rulership, being joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. Okay, so the elect is going to be delivered. Okay, the 144,000, which represent the men, the body of the Lord's government in the kingdom, and the 1/3, which consider men, women, and children of the great multitude, which are Israelites. Okay, but the Lord is going to deliver his elect from the hour of temptation. So let me get back into Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. And it says, Habakkuk chapter 2, I'll start at verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, going into Esau, Edom. But the just shall live by his faith, going into the elect that's going to be delivered. Okay? But that's all it's going to take in the times, okay, us that's in the faith, man, believing in Yahweh Shem Shai. And it say, yea, also because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man, and that's Esau, Edom. And one of his wine represent his false philosophies, okay, coming into the form of his pseudoscience, his false science, his technology that he's pushing, okay, behind this whole MOTB and this NWO that he's trying to forge. And it says, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, and that's Esau. Okay, he indulged in everybody's business, man. Okay, and if they don't bow down to his ways, he's coming with that sword. Okay, and it says, he enlarged his desire as hell and is as death. And hell represent the grave, destruction, difficulty, strays. And that's how it's going to be for people who don't have the MOTB. Okay, that he's going to have people totally submit to accepting it. Okay, those that don't have the faith of Yahweh Shem Shai, of our people, you Israelites. Okay, once again, without that, you ain't gonna be able to buy or sell. Okay, ain't gonna be like normal life. You even gonna have to accept his ways, his agenda. If not, you're gonna be starved out or put to death straight up. It's gonna be worldwide. Okay, and it says, and cannot be satisfied, but gather to him all nations and heap unto him all people. How he's gonna do that? Okay, by this NWO, by implementing the MOTB. He want all nations and all people on the database, man. Okay, with an implementation in them. Okay, or a device in them. Okay. And I done said enough throughout this video anyway, so yeah, but that's what they want to do. And that's how silly and prideful Esau is. I think that all the nations that the Lord created, he want to put a device in them, a chip in them, to have them on to himself, man. Okay? And those that don't have it, they're going to be destroyed. And that's the mind frame of Esau, Edom when it comes to these elites, man. Trying to play the Most High. Okay? Trying to count all the people. That's why they come with these censors. Okay? Yeah, but the Lord said that the people belong unto him. Okay, not just only Israel, but all nations. Okay, because Yahweh Shem Shai created all things, including all nations. But we're just his chosen, that he chose out of all nations. Okay, the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, and those that descended out of that bloodline. And it says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, a turning proverb against him, and saying, woe to him that increased that which is not his. Yeah, and that's talking about Esau Edom, because he stole everything. Okay, that's how he got the whole world in his position. Ask the Native Americans, the Latinos, the Hispanics, okay, which are Israelites, okay, which are the Northern Kingdom. Okay, that's all these other countries where Esau reside at now, how he got there, man. Okay? He stole the whole world. And it says, woe to him that increased that which is not his. How long? And to him that laded himself with thick clay. And that thick clay represent the depth. Okay, especially here in America, reaching over about $30 trillion in depth. And how you think the domino effect of these other countries is going to be for taking on into the American dollar? They in depth as well. Okay, that's why you're seeing a global crash worldwide. And that's why they're ready to come with a reset to push forth a digital system, a digital currency coming in the form of the MOTB. Okay, all of his prophecy lining up through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay? So that's it on that. And that's those unrighteous decrees, man. Let me get that. Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. And that's Esau Edom with these unrighteous decrees, these strict legislations. Okay? Because right now, our people, they chilling because the dollar ain't crashed yet. But they saying prices going up. Okay? And you can read about that in 2nd Esdras chapter 16. Okay, verses 17 through on out. How virtuous shall be so good, cheap, that they shall think themselves to be in a good case. Think prices are still reasonable. Okay, we're in a time of inflation, but wait, the hyperinflation. Okay, but prices going up. Okay, becoming in the time of the supply chain being shortage. Okay, famine. Okay, they back in the news talking about this pestilence behind this whole Windows 19. Okay, the whole demi that took people by storm for the past 3 years, going on 3 years now. Okay, all this leading to more lockdowns and strict legislations, and ultimately a financial crash, so they can move towards their new agenda, implementing a digital system. Okay, the MOTB. And if you don't accept it, then you're gonna have to pay the consequences. Okay, being an outcast, being a radical, a resistance, a terrorism, if you don't form to the ways of Esau Edom when it comes to the NWO. That's why they're ready to set up martial law. And once again, these detention centers, okay? Because they know they're going to have a resistance, because they're being exposed. But it says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievous which they have prescribed, they laws, okay? So that's what's coming, man. But the Lord say, woe unto them, because they're going to be destroyed, man. Let me get this. On Psalms chapter 10, verse 7. And it says, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. And that's what it is, man. Everything that Esau tell you that is going to be good for your benefit, especially the Negro, Latino, Native Americans, or you average Americans, okay, all of it is fraud, man. Deceit, okay? And that's how it's going to come in the form of this NWO. Like I said, they're going to package it up like it's all nice. It's the new age of technology, okay, the more convenient way to live now. But all of it is deceit. And all of it is really set up to be contrary to the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, to have you totally believe and worship this system through the spiritual demon Satan and look to them as your idols, your gods, okay? And it says his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, and in the secret places do he murder the innocent. And that's what they're doing with these agendas when they have their secret councils, when these elites hold them. okay, and right along with these other nations, okay, that joint with them, okay, how they furthermore can destroy mainly the Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, and how they can forward the NWO, okay? And it says, his eyes are privately set against the poor, and we're considered the poor, okay, because we're on the bottom, the so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, here in America and scattered throughout all these different nations, because we're under the curses, okay? And it doesn't matter if you got these celebrities of our people, these sellouts that think they done gained an upper hand and got all type of wealth and riches. Hey, when this whole system go down, hey, they're gonna have to take the MOTB. Okay? They're gonna be brought low just as the average Negro, Latino, Native American, or the poor. Okay, the ones that don't have nothing at all. Okay, but we already know a lot of our people that's into that entertainment world, hey, they're gonna be willing to accept the MOTB because they join into that lifestyle and they done sold out anyway. Okay? And we always say, man, don't be surprised when they get these entertainers to push the MOTB, just as they use them to push all the other agendas, especially when it came to that that secret CERN, okay, that jump shot, that JAB, okay, who faces was always up there to promote it. You Negro, Latino, Native Americans, when it comes to you entertainers. And it says, he lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He do catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. Yeah, his net. Okay? He catching them, that snare, that trap, man. Okay? And that's how he's going to do it. By this NWO, by speaking smooth words, deceiving the people into taking this MOTB, to accept it. Accept this agenda of the NWO. Okay? And how much more when it the time of great distress. Okay? The great time of poverty, in the midst of famine, uproars of the people. Things, when it comes to the resources here in America getting cut, no water, no lights, okay, no energy, no internet, okay? And now people, they rely on it and strive off the average American, all of these people, strive off the lifestyle of America, the hope in this system, okay, so they can live comfortably. But when that's taken away through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, hey, majority of people, they're going to be willing to accept the NWO and accept the MOTB. Because they don't have the faith for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and the Lord's going to give them over to their ruins. Okay? And it says, when he draweth him into his net, he croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. And that's what's exactly going to happen to 2/3 of our people, where they present this MOTB in the way of the NWO. A lot of our people, they're falling down by accepting the ways of this system, going after the lifestyle that America promote. Okay, so how much more when it hard times hit and all hell breaking loose, man? And they on the TV screen with their smooth words telling you, if you want to be secure, this is what you have to do. If you want to still able to eat, you still want to able to have your job, go about with your, you go with your whereabouts, able to be so-called free in the time of martial law and in the time of all hell breaking loose. Okay, the time of the things, is still, because you're gonna have certain counties and stuff, they still gonna, certain places gonna be still doing good. Okay? But a lot of the places when all hell break loose, man, that's what's gonna be. Nothing but hell. Okay? But a lot of these countries, or now say states in America, counties and cities, some of them are gonna still be convenience. Okay? Some of them still gonna be, because it's proven that those countries, or those, so like I keep saying countries, those cities or states or countries too, but okay, they're still gonna be able to do business. They're gonna have to have the MOTB. Okay? But for majority of these states and local cities and counties here in the States, man, it ain't gonna be nothing but a time of chaos, man. Let me see. Verse 13. Verse 11. And he has said, verse 10, he croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. Okay, his lies, his deceit when it comes to their agenda. And he hath said in his heart, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua hath forgotten, he had hidden his face, he would never see it. And that's what these elites think. They don't think Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the God of the Bible, the God of heaven, okay, gonna come back and judge them. They think they got everything in their total control, man. Okay, but the Lord got him in derision. Okay, he sent Esau up for his fall. And the ones of our people that join hands with him when it comes to this new world order, they're going to fall right along with Esau, man. Okay? Because they have been warned, and we have told you Israelites, not to take hold into the ways of Esau, Edom, especially when they're going to come to the point of them introducing this MOTB. Okay? And they moving forward with the NWO. And we're right at the door, man. Right at it. Okay? Okay, the Lord ain't going to be doing too much talking for long, man. He's going to get to straight action when it comes to these prophecies flying off the pages of the scriptures, out of the holy book. Okay, the Bible, man. And it says, arise, O Lord, O God, lift up thy hand and forget not the humble. And that's what the deal is. Yahweh Shema Shai is not going to forget the humble, which is the elect. And the Lord is going to arise, okay, against you Edomites, okay? Starting with your elites and the rest of you heathens and on down even to 2/3 of you wicked Israelites, man. But the humble, Yahweh Shema Shai is going to deliver the elect. So that's it on that. Okay, let me get this. And I'll get ready to close out. Job chapter 5, verse 12. And it read, he disappointeth the devices of the crafty, okay? And who's that? Esau Edom, okay? Trying to come with this whole agenda with the NWO. But the Lord's going to disappoint them, okay? And ultimately, they're going to be disappointed, okay, when Yahweh shall return by the way of the chariots and take them out of power. And they beloved America be destroyed by missiles, okay? And they little partners with them over there in Israel, okay? And the Russians and all the Russians, which are Edomites, they're going down too. Okay? Ultimately, it's going to be Yahweh Bashim Yahushua ruleth, and by default, the nation of Israel, starting with the elect being joint heirs, man. Okay? 2/3 of our people, as I always got to mention, or always mention, they're going to be destroyed, especially those ones here in America, but they're going to come back in the kingdom being the children of the elect. And as a whole, the nation of Israel is going to rule. But right now, it's all about the elect. But the Lord is going to have mercy upon the 2/3. And it says, Job chapter 5, verse 12, he disappointed the devices of the crafty, that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. Okay, so they're not going to fulfill their NWO. There's going to be a certain time, that appointed time, that bound that Esau king passed to the Lord destroy them. Okay, and they face their 1,000 years of sentence of captivity up on us when the kingdom is established, man. Okay, so you're not going to fulfill your NWO. The Lord going to let you get to a certain point when he allow you to stamp every majority of the world. Okay, so the Lord can be justified to destroy our people who willing and accept this MOTB. Okay, especially the ones over here in America. Okay, so that's what the purpose of the Lord is. Okay, he sent you up not for your purpose to forge your NWO, to stamp the whole world and you can have total control and think you're going to rule forever. No, he allowing you to come with that MOTB so he can mark those for destruction. Okay, like Apostle Tahar always say, man, the MOTB, which Esau is going to push, that micro, hey, that's Yahweh Shema Shah mark for those that's going to be destroyed, man. Okay? Because Yahweh Shema Shah, what these elites going to find out, they in total control, not you Edomites, not you elites, not Satan, okay? Because even Satan and The angels on the left-hand side, they bow down to Yahweh Shai, okay, and the Heavenly Father. And the Heavenly Father set Yahweh Shai up over all rule, okay? And the world going to soon to come to know that. But he's going to disappoint you Edomites, okay? And I end off with this scripture. And to see that the current prophecies are coming, and to see that the Third World War is brewing, and we're getting excited. We know we're getting excited, okay, but not too excited, one excited, like the apostles and elders always say. But at the time also, we know that before this Third World War can really pop off and the nukes, before they go to fly, that the MOTB had to be introduced. And what a coincidence that you got World War III starting to brewing, and at the same time, the whole world starting with these elites, okay, mainly these elites and their central banks pushing forward a new digital system, okay, with a digital currency being introduced, okay. Once again, it's going to go into the MOTB, the micro, okay. That's what we believe, okay. Yahweh Shai has shown us these things, okay, starting with our apostles and elders, and the Lord hasn't disappointed us yet, because the word of the Lord is faithful and true, and the Lord gave the understanding to the prophets. Amos chapter 3 verse 7, okay. And off at Romans chapter 13 verse 11, and it says, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. And that's what we out there telling you, you Israelites, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and those that descended out of that bloodline by the seed of your father, okay, that it's high time to wake out of sleep. And our apostles and elders have been teaching us for years, man, okay, even the other camps, okay, been telling you, our people, who they are. They're the Israelites, even though a lot of these camps go off in a doctrine, okay, when it comes to the Lord's word. But here at Great Millstone, and as a whole, we've been out there telling you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, that the destruction of this place is at hand. Okay, that's what a true prophet is going to be teaching. Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. Okay? So now we're at the time of high time of waking out of sleep. Okay, out of that spiritual slumber. That you Negro, Latino, Native Americans, that you got to come back, repent, and come back and serve and believe in your power, Yahweh Shai, okay? That we're Israelites, okay? And that the Lord only going to deliver the elect, because 2/3, once again, they're going to be destroyed, okay? So it's high time to wake out of sleep, okay? We seeing the things when it comes to the Lord, judgment is on the rise, man, and the end of this place, and the downfall of Esau, Edom. And that knowing the time, that now is high time to wake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe, okay? So our salvation is nearer than what we believe, man, okay? We know it's very near because why? We're seeing the prophecies, and these things are actually happening. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, okay? So we're seeing the rollout of this whole NWO, where they want to push this digital system, okay, this digital currency, okay? We're seeing the coming of the Third World War, okay? We're seeing great trials and tribulations that's about to take place, Jacob's trouble, okay? And ultimately, you're seeing Yahweh Shai have his prophets out there giving a warning, okay, and doing the work of the Lord, okay? And that's why things are happening, because we're in the time of Yahweh Shai fulfilling their will. So I'm going to go ahead and end the lesson here, and I pray that the lesson be edifying. Till the next time, I'm going to give all praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and bishops and elders of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. And salutation also to the fellow laborers that's in the ministry and the believers that scatter worldwide as well, that's in the faith, and exalt in the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, in all truth and sincerity. Until the next time, Shalom, DTA, soon.